question number one: if you're Duke and both are willing, do you take Quin Snyder or Brad Stevens?
Wow. I think the answer to that is Quin Snyder. That's a great question, but I do think it's kind of.
I was told Quin Snyder will never get the Duke job. By the way,
why is that?
Not in the family. Not in the family.
He's not in the family.
I guess that was the that's
like
the best answer I can give.
Without being in the family.
It's like Jerry Stackhouse. That's what I thought. Jerry Stackhouse was in the family at North Carolina, but then I was told he is not in the family.
Well, if you're telling me Quin Snyder is not in the family, even though I thought he was in the family, then
it's extended family. I should say.
I think Quin, he's that would be the tiebreaker to me. Obviously, I think they're both like when I think of Quin Snyder and Brad Stevens, I think of like a similar type coach. Honestly, in terms of how big of a get it would be, and if we're doing the headline game, I guess Brad Stevens would be a bigger headline because he's in Boston and he's got the Boston media machine behind him. So if he left Boston, like that's gonna get clear. Whatever.
That is the play.
But I don't buy into all that bullshit. So I focus just on the names themselves and what would affect me in terms of like thinking of coaching acumen. And this guy is going to, is this a splash that's going to now change the trajectory of college basketball? I think they're both.
I say a blip or a bomb?
A blip or a bomb. I think in that regard they're both very similar. That I would be like, wow, this is a big deal that Duke hired this guy. And I think the tiebreaker would go to Quin Snyder because I thought he was in the family. But if he's not in the family, then I have to go with Brad Stevens.
I will say Brad Stevens I would hate more if he went to Duke. And I think that is the most shocking revelation of my life, is the fact that if you had asked me that question 5-6 years ago and you said Quin Snyder, Brad Stevens, they go to Duke, who do you hate more? The answer is Quin Snyder 10 times out of 10. But Brad Stevens has jumped so far up those rankings.
I think if Brad Stevens goes to Duke, he has like, well, how does the media treat him then? Because I think those same people that are in the bag for the Celtics are in the bag for the Duke. So like,
but you have to understand that even though people like those people, they don't. They hate them all. True. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And in fact, most people enjoy that content, that Boston sphere, because they want to hate on it.
Okay, but
same with Duke. I mean, a lot of people watch Duke for the hate. Me.
I think you're right. I think if Brad Stevens took the job at Duke, that would get more hatred national. That would people would get fired up.
He is the weasel.
Yeah,
he is. I mean, that is what people call would hate him. Coach K. Yeah,
the whole state. So when Brad Stevens doesn't go to Indiana to IU,
$70 million.
Butler fans thought it was funny because they're just like it's funny to them that Indiana, Brad Stevens belongs to them, and IU you can't have him, whatever. But if Brad Stevens goes to Duke, the ownership that Butler fans have for they would feel betrayed. You know what I mean? I think Butler fans, if he ends up in college again, Butler fans feel like they've been betrayed.
Yes.
Indiana fans would feel like they've been betrayed. The whole state at that point, because Purdue and Notre Dame don't.
He's enemy number one.
He's enemy number one of the whole state of Indiana. You're gonna hate him. North Carolina's gonna hate him because he's Duke's coach.
Gosh.
Yeah, I think Brad Stevens, and I think that's the reason Duke should hire him. But to answer this hypothetical, if both are willing, I think Brad gets the tiebreaker.
Yeah. Hey there, thanks for watching Titus and Tate. For the full friend of the program experience, subscribe right below and come join us for all things college basketball. The action is heating up. Come join Titus and Tate.